Hi Taurus, this is your February 2016 horoscope with me, Lada from astrolada.com, for anyone who has their ascendant, sun or moon in Taurus. At least check your ascendant sign and your moon and your sun sign. They're very telling, to be honest. I also check my moon sign because I'm a woman and my moon is stronger. I'm born during the night, so my moon prediction corresponds very powerfully, just as strong as the sun and the ascendant one. But anyway, I promised in the January videos that I will talk in the February videos about Mars staying in Scorpio and triggering your 7th house till August almost. And Mars will go a bit into your 8th house for a couple, 2-3 months, and then come back to the 7th house. But whenever usually Mars passes through a sign in 2 months, you know, and goes back there every 2.5 years. But this time something very different is happening in the sky. Something very rare. The last time Mars stayed so long in your 7th house of relationships, which is almost 7-8 months, excluding, you know, a few months when Mars is in Sagittarius in your 8th house, but I'm going to talk about that in the March videos, so you have to tune in again. The last time it might have probably happened was about 17 years ago. And wherever Mars is, we have a huge chance to change things through our willpower. You know, sometimes things are very fated. We cannot, no matter how much we try, we cannot use willpower, personal assertion to change something. But when Mars stays for a long period in one house, and in your case, for the first time in almost 17 years, will be in your 7th house, you have a huge, with your own personal desires and willpower to change things in regards to your relationships, in regards to your partnerships, business or personal. And I know that Mars is not becoming retrograde yet, which will be the most intense part of it. But it's already from February going to be in those degrees over which it will basically affect, over which it's already in Scorpio, in the sign, in the degrees in which it will stay for quite a few months. So the whole process, you start already from February to feel where the wind is blowing. You start feeling what the trends are. And you're going to start, especially from the end of February, the second part of February, to feel how things will be changing for you. And when Mars goes in someone's 7th house for such a long time, Mars is, first of all, the planet that has penetrating, forcing, and invading energy. So you can have success through kind of penetrating, forcing, invading strategies in relationships. If, for example, you want to change your partner in some way, because Mars, especially in Scorpio, Scorpio is the sign of big transformations and changes. Now you might see results starting from February, maybe March, till August, till the end of August 2016. You might see some big psychological transformations in your partner, hopefully for better, you know. And you yourself might be even quite pushy and involved there, trying to change things, because this is your 7th house. You know, it indicates the partner, but sometimes we project this energy, so sometimes it might that we attract, when Mars stays for such a long time in your 7th house, that you attract more invading, penetrating, forcing partners that are trying to change you. So it can go both ways, but it is somehow connected to another person, whether it's a business partner, whether it's someone very close in your life that you spend day-to-day, one-to-one time, whether it's some client that you have to work daily with on a daily basis, or whether it's even a psychologist that you have to work with, and the psychologist is being penetrating, is invading your psychology in a positive way, of course, you know. But on a negative way, it might be someone that is pushing you, that is forcing you to do something, that is throwing tantrums, which is very Mars, or that is being manipulative in Mars Scorpionic ways, because the 7th house is Scorpio there, and is trying to penetrate your secrets, to get to the bottom of you. Start observing, even from February you might notice that, but intensely towards the end of August. It continues. And this person can psychologically transform you as well. They can press your buttons in the right places, even strategically press them. But as always, 7th house, either you do it to another, or another does it to you. So there is like a mirror there. I don't know which way it's going to manifest with you. I think with Taurus, maybe more likely it's another person will do it, because Mars rules naturally a 7th house, so it's like the other person is acting out more. So you attract such more Mars Scorpionic personalities, more penetrating, more intense, more even a bit manipulative, who can transform you on the positive level psychologically, more sexual people. When Mars goes retrograde in the 7th house, sexual activities can increase in a person's lives. Or the advancement of others towards you, sexual advancements, especially intense, even predatory sexual advancements, or intense tantric healing sexual advancement can increase, because the high level of Mars and Scorpio, it's healing, tantric, shamanic, intensely psychologically kundalini transforming through the power of intensity, through the power of psychological breakthrough. But on the low level, Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio, it's people that are manipulative, that are very controlling, that are invading, that are trying to find secrets and then using them against you, or that are very secretive in a sense, very sharp, and might be even a bit ill-intentioned. So Scorpio, this very, controversial sign that on the highest level is the most healing one, healing of traumas and everything, and on the lower level it's a lot more painful. So depends what your level of consciousness is what kind of martial persons and martial relationship situation you're going to attract over the next 7 months. But there definitely will be big psychological transformations and changes, and through relationships, starting slowly, gradually from February. 7th house naturally rules law in Western astrology, so maybe having some fight with someone can happen. I'm not saying like all Taurus will go into lawsuits, not at all, but I've noticed that especially if Mars goes 3 times over the 7th house cusp, they're fighting with someone about something. If your relationship is already on the rocks, when Mars is in your 7th house, it can intensify it, especially if you're Tauruses that are born in the last 10 days of Taurus, where Mars will become properly retrograde, which means that basically, and that's, you're not going to feel it from February fully. I mean, this is still August, and I'm using the February video to talk about that. But if you're a Taurus that has the ascendant or moon from 20 to 30 degrees, they definitely will be going through some confrontation with another, and someone pushing their buttons, stimulating them to change, to make something differently, or not seeing eye to eye, so having to fight some battle, or all those things that I mentioned earlier, Scorpio in the 7th house of type of people. Or basically, if you're Taurus Sun, which means that you're born, where is Taurus? I think I have it, oh, okay. If you're born from around the 11th to around the 21st of May, you will feel Mars will go opposite your Sun 3 times. From February till August, the end of August, September 2016. So from the, from the 10th to the 20th, did I say 21st, 11th to the 21st of May. And you might have some, especially challenge from another when it comes to your goals and plans. But also someone can stimulate you in regards to your career, because the Sun is more our personal, our career goals, plans, authority figures. There might be some tension with an authority figure that you have to overcome, but it strengthens your willpower and strengthens, and almost like while Mars is in your 7th house, and that continues for 7-8 months. It's, okay, 6 months, 7. It's almost like other people are forcing you to they become your motor and engine, because wherever Mars is, this is where we're showing the most, what stimulates us the most, where the most energy comes to us from, where the most drive and willpower comes to us through. So definitely for you it will be coming through a partner. For example, when I had Mars transiting my 7th house from the Sun, it was my partner nagging and pushing and throwing tantrums there and demanding from me certain things. Thanks God he did that. Thanks God, because, I mean, he was having fits because Mars was in my 7th house, so my partner was kind of having a nervous breakdown, because Mars is this very intense energy that can make someone much more stressed and nervous. So your partners, if you're Taurus, For the next 6 months, 7, they might be more highly tense, stressed, nervous, even business partners, whatever. But and you might get upset with people that are business partners. For example, that's when I stopped working with quite a few psychics, because I found out certain things. They annoyed me and they were not consistent, so I cut off a lot of people. I'm just giving you a personal example to see how it's working. And my partner was having hissy fits and being quite stressed psychologically, emotionally, but somehow I kept my cool, and it pushed me to be more disciplinarian myself. So my partner kind of being more stressed and nervous, my partner kind of not keeping it cool together, forced me to show more willpower. So it's kind of the stimulation comes from another, from an outer source, because it's the 7th house that Mars stimulates others or something. But it makes you to change things you personally as well. And those people are the engine, the motor behind the changes in your life for the next 6 months. The worst thing is that you feel more aggravated by others. You react more. Others react maybe a bit more angrily towards you. But again, it's for a reason. Because when we ourselves cannot motivate to change something, or to see that something is not, to perfect something, because Mars is the planet of the soldier. Mars wants us to perfect things, like a soldier or bodybuilder perfects themselves. And when we don't have the willpower ourselves to do it, then when Mars goes for such a long time in our 7th house, others and outside sources push us in that direction. So, perfect. Or if you want to achieve something big, if you want to, something that requires lots of efforts and energy, I would advise you, while Mars is in your 7th house, to partner strengths with others, because it's almost like somehow the ball is in other people's hands. So cooperate with others, even though you might have to cut off some people that are not good for the next 6-7 months, that annoy you. You have to confront them. You don't necessarily, Mars doesn't have to cut off people from your life, but you confront them. If something has been annoying you about someone, oh boy, or if you've been annoying someone with your behavior, inconsistency or whatever, they will confront you and they will demand from you changes in some way. And so that's great, because it perfects us. It makes us be more soldier-like, more disciplined in a sense. And when Mars goes in those. But the thing is, it can get created through some crisis or conflict. That's the most stressful part. But always the results, by September, you'll be quite pleased with yourself. You'll be quite, wow, I showed a lot of willpower through this through the push of this person, or I changed something in my partner, in my relationship, or I changed something in my business partnerships in a big way, or I achieved a great feat of willpower and energy and resources through partnering with another person, through combining powers or expertise with another person, or I had lots of sex. That's what it can be, because 7th house is one of the houses of sexuality, and as I said, others can be approaching you more sexually. And 7th house is also about, Mars is about confronting our fears when it goes for a long time in the same house. So it's going in your 7th house, so it will be about confronting fears, about confronting others. So you will, if you're, if you've been always the one who doesn't want to speak up, or who doesn't want to upset the status quo, and to say what you really think, now you'll be much more going there and telling them directly, and even having to fight with them, and also it's about, or if you have fears of relationship, approaching others sexually, or fears, whatever fears about relationships we have, business or personal, Mars, long time in the 7th house, will help you understand it by explaining the secret behaviors, or by understanding the hidden powers of relationships. So you become almost like a psychologist, very penetrating and understanding and invasive psychologically, whatever Mars is in the Scorpio in your 7th house in regards to relationships for you. So you can have some psychological breakthrough about relationships, making you overcome, helping you overcome those fears, because you understand something secretive, or the power, or the hidden part of it, Okay, so the worst case scenario might be fighting with someone, but it's not, this is just the surface. It's provoking something. It's provoking some deep psychological change in your partner or in yourself, and it's pushing you towards certain action that empowers you eventually, that builds up your willpower. That's what Mars is about. And you can become much more adventurous, whatever Mars is, because we want to, Mars is this initiative planet, so you can adventurously pursue others yourself, or you can adventurously pursue business, what's it called? New business opportunities and partnerships. When I had Mars in the 7th house for 7 months, 2014, that's when I did a new business partnership. I, tried a few different things. Some of them worked, some of them didn't, because Mars can be a bit rushed. I didn't research at all when I jumped into the business partnership, and after that I lost from that, but I was actively pursuing it. Usually I wait for people to come to me, but when Mars was in the 7th house, I started actively pursuing, like, oh, I want this part of my website, and I want this business partnership, so I want those managed psychics with a company, so I wrote the contract, but I didn't research and investigate, so that was a bad one. But then some others I searched over, and they were a good investment, partnership, business. But when Mars is in Scorpio, you have to investigate and search in depth, and you feel like doing that. Especially investigate if you're going to business partnership, cooperating with someone about a project, in any kind of partnership, relationship, because Mars wants to dig deep, and sometimes you can attract a person who is psychologically digging and investigating you and trying to understand your secrets and things, but you yourself, you have this energy, that's why you're attracting this person. And if you're not manifesting yourself, it comes to you through another. Be careful though, because the 7th house rules the sex organs, so Mars is kind of planet of invasive viruses, bacteria. Just watch out that all kind of colds and inflammations, sometimes it can happen that sexually transmitted disease. That's the worst case scenario when Mars is in the 7th. Or you might have like sharp pain or kind of inflammation of the paired organs, like the kidneys, the ovaries, or kind of a cold on the internal sexual organs, inflammation there, not necessarily through sex, but just be a bit more cautious, because Mars, whatever Mars is, it's kind of more cutting energy, it's more inflammatory, it's more, can cause some pain. And you can be very good at, okay, I've talked too much about that. I'll talk next month in March about Mars being retrograde also in your 8th house, because that's very intense and deep. But what else is happening? Venus and Mars, Venus and Mercury, particularly in February, what is happening? Venus and Mercury, Taurus are in your 9th house, so they're helping you with feeling a bit more positive, making connections with people that are far away from you, either foreigners or that live away, with people that are different cultural backgrounds, and you can benefit through those, helping you meet new unfamiliar people, other people from different countries, or be more sociable, because both of those planets, Mercury and Venus, are sociable planets, social, and they help you till the middle of February with such kind of 9th house matters, arranging matters about university, travel, higher education, Taurus. You can complete such things, because Mars have been there for a bit, so you can end such kind of organizational matters. And then they move into your 10th house, the second part of February. So it becomes that things become more sociable, communications in regards to your career. You can become things in regards to authority figure. You can have better communication, better feedback from authority figures. If you want to approach an authority figure and have a good result, do it the second part of February. If you want to present some project, do it the second part of February. If you want to speak in public, do it the second part of February. If you want to impact your image in a positive way, to grow your image in some way, again, if you want to start a new project, career project, second part of February, it can have a good positive flow in regards to some business projects, in regards to a relationship with authority figures in regards to something to do with your career or getting a job, for example. So that's the overall influence. Jupiter continues to be with Rahu in your 5th house. So this is where you can manifest things more easily. In February as well, which is about love affairs, which is about something positive in growth, opportunities in the life of your children, creatively as well, something manifesting, happening in regards to creativity in your life. So thank you very much, and I will see you in March.